Hi friends, Mr. Stevens here. Welcome to my living room, and I bet you're wondering, Mr. Stevens, what are you doing? Well, today's lesson is going to be about balancing. Balancing is an even distribution of weight which allows someone or something to stay upright and steady. And the equipment we're going to need for today's activities slash maybe some challenges. Now normally we would use beanbags in the gym, but not everyone's going to have a beanbag. So the object we are going to use is a sock ball. Now, usually you want the sock ball for most of our activities to be round. Well, today I want you to smush it like a pancake, so it looks like this. This is what we're going to use. Another alternative, if you guys want to get creative, if you go and check out Mr. Callie's website, you will find how to make a beanbag. And he made beanbags for his beanbag board game. But you could go and check out how to make a beanbag, and you could use it for our activities today and activities going forward throughout the year. So make sure you go check that out, but let's get started and check out what activities we're doing today.
Please pause your video and get your sock ball now.
For our first activities, we're going to start pretty easy with balancing on different body parts. So when I say body part, I want you to point to it, and then we're gonna balance on that body part for 15 seconds, and we'll move on to the next one. Some are a little bit more challenging than others, but again, what I said at the beginning, we're gonna move from easier stuff to more difficult stuff. So there are a few ways to make some of our balancing activities more difficult. So if you think they might be too easy for you, here are a few ways to challenge yourself. So for example, if we're balancing on top of our head, one thing we can do is balance on one leg. Now we're balancing our body and the object at the same time. Next option, for example, if we were balancing it on our elbow, what you could do is you could skip and try and balance it, because this, you're moving your body in a different way, trying to keep that balance. Those are the two ways you can challenge yourself. So go ahead, challenge yourself, do whatever you feel comfortable doing. But let's get into our activities. So our first body part, everyone point to your head. We're gonna balance on our head for 15 seconds. Go ahead. The next body part, I want you to point to your forehead. Right here, you're gonna place it on your forehead. 15 seconds. Go. Our next one, you're going to balance on your nose. Go ahead and point to your nose. Now this one's gonna take a little bit. Gotta get it just right. There we go. There we go, get ready. Our next one is going to be our shoulder. Point to your shoulder, whichever one you want. Now for this one, I'm gonna have you walk around while balancing it. All right, the next one, we are going to balance on the top of our hand. So go ahead and balance on the top of your hand. You can try and balance on one foot if you want, or if you want to maybe try skipping for this one, go ahead. Step pop, step pop, step pop. Now we're going to balance it on our elbow. This one's gonna be a little bit more difficult. So if you wanna try and walk around or balance on one leg, go ahead and do it. I'm gonna balance on one leg for this one. work on it. Get those arms out if you need to. Try and keep your core tight to keep your body in balance. Now we are going to try and balance on different fingers. You can choose. You can try balancing on 1, which is hard. You can balance on 2. For this one, you're going to have to be on one leg. You're going to try and balance it on your knee. Here we go. Nice work. Now we're going to bend over. We're going to set it on our back and we're going to try and balance it. Now walking like this is tough. So if you want to challenge yourself, you can go for it. Keep it on there. Our next one, we're going to balance on our belly in a crab position. If you want to get challenging, go ahead and crab walk around while balancing on your belly. Oh, see, I even dropped it. That's a tough one. Our next one, we're going to balance it on our foot. We're going to lift our foot up. Just like this. So you can try either foot, it's your choice. Our next one, we're going to balance on our head and we are going to spin around and try and keep it on our head. If you want to go faster, you can stand on one foot and spin, but we're going to try and keep it on our head. You might be getting dizzy, you can try going the other way. Now we're going to balance it on our foot and we're going to move it back and forth like a pendulum. See if you can balance it on there. Now we're going to do the pendulum with the opposite leg you used at the beginning. Now it might be more difficult. This is my non-dominant foot. Oh, that's okay. Our next one, we're going to get into a push-up position. You have two choices. For that 15 seconds, you can see how many push-ups you can get while balancing this on your back. Or you can just hold that plank position or a push-up position for that 15 seconds, balancing on your back. So here we go. Get into that position. Challenge, you're going to balance on the top of your head. Try and sit down without using your hands and stand up as many times as you can. Awesome. Wow, friends, I am very impressed how well you did on our balancing activities this week. Thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of the week and keep practicing these because you'll need them for Friday.